Hi, ladies. It is May 15th today, and happy Friday. It is week 6, day 5 in your packet. And today we are going to be working on just a little bit of review from the last several weeks. So, gearing up for a new unit today. We're going to be doing some review stuff for order of operations, which is super exciting. Um, so this top portion, well, our learning target today is I can review what I know from prior units. So this top portion today is going to be some vocabulary, focusing on clue words. So thinking about kind of what those clue words mean: difference, product, sum, equation, quotient. And filling those in the correct spot. Just a reminder, there are 4 questions and 5 words, so not every word will be used. And then this portion right here, 5 through 16, is just using different operations to either divide whole numbers, multiply whole numbers, looking at division of fractions. So remember using that keep, change, flip method for that strategy. Reminder, when you are adding or subtracting fractions, you want to make sure that you have a common denominator, extremely important. Number 10, this is also kind of a crazy one. Remember, if you have decimal numbers, you want to make sure that those are lined up. So this 7 represents 7 ones. So you want to make sure that that 7 is in the ones place before you add. If you put that 7 in the tenths place, that is not going to give you the correct answer. So you want to make sure that you line up those decimals. That is extremely important. Same with number 16. 9 represents 9 ones. So that 9 needs to be in the ones place. Extremely, extremely important. So make sure that that 4 and that 9 are lined up. Also, you can't take 6 from nothing. So this needs to be a 0 so that you can subtract and borrow accurately on number 16. So make sure that you've set that up appropriately. 15, remember, you are going to be focusing on how many place values you have. So you could really just be multiplying these as whole numbers and then moving the decimal in your answer 2 times. Lots of different strategies for how to solve these problems, but make sure that you're really paying attention to what it is that you are solving so that you are able to answer each of these problems. All right, so now on 17 and 18, you're going to be using word problems to answer. On 17, it is a question where you're going to have to figure out the answer, and then 18, you have A, B, C, or D. Remember, if it's listed A, B, C, or D, it is a one answer question. On number 17, you're trying to figure out how much Jackson spent in all. So it gives you some information. You're definitely going to want to write those out and kind of decipher through those quantities. And then on 18, a baker has 3 pounds of dried fruit each. So remember that word, each batch of the recipe she makes uses 1/2 pound of fruit. How many batches can she make? So think of what is 1/2 of 3 to kind of figure out how many half batches that she can make. So this would be a really great way to do 1/2 of 3. All right. And then on number 19, what equation comes next in the pattern below? Thinking about kind of those powers of 10. So what would that look like? On the next page, you have a fun fluency practice activity that you can either do on your own or with a partner. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to look at these problems, solve these problems, and then match the written form description to the multiplication problem. So on G, it says the product has a 9 in the thousands place. So looking down below, whichever one of these problems has a 9 in the thousands place, you would put a G in that little box. All right, so Today, since your assignment is a little bit less, and then you also have this fluency game, you're going to be going to Pearson Realize and completing the 5, 15, 20 quiz. So this is super important. You want to make sure that you get on Pearson Realize today and you complete this quiz. This quiz is going to be about our measurement unit that we just finished. So please make sure that you have your conversion charts in front of you. Remember, those conversion charts can be found on page 6 of your packet, and it can also be found throughout the packet starting on page 10. So that quiz again is going to be over our measurement unit that we just finished. And then on Monday, we're going to be starting our order of operations review unit, which is going to be super fun. Remembering the steps of order of operations, that PEMDAS. So just get yourself geared up for that, and don't forget to head on over to Pearson Realize and complete that assessment.